Broads Media.
Well, an easy afternoon in Brooklyn. It's been a hell of a day. I already recorded my pod about the Phillies bringing back Aaron Nola. I just shared my thoughts about the Flyers on a 5-game win streak. And here we are closing the night out with a Sixers W. This one was pretty standard, pretty basic. Joel Embiid dominates the first half as 22, 8, and 5. Maxey has 8 assists in the first half, 0 turnovers. Melton hits more threes. And I got to be honest with you, man, I'm loving Melton. This Melton is smooth as butter. I mean, it's insane to think about his early season struggles because this right here, this Melton cooking from 3. Guy's outrageous. Almost as outrageous as MyBookie, because what MyBookie provides is like no other. Skip the arguments with Uncle Dave on Thanksgiving and focus on what really matters, people. Good food, boosted odds, and hitting those Turkey Day parlays. Picture this, not just watching games, but turning every second into a potential win. With MyBookie, you can stream the games and live bet them and turn any game day into a payday. Ready to up your game? Sign up today and make your first deposit with promo code BROADS for a sweet bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code BROADS to claim your bonus. This isn't just a promo code, it's your secret weapon to get the extra edge on the house. The best part is you don't even need to be a sports whiz at MyBookie. You can cash in on everything from politics to your favorite shows and then some. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie. Did you like Tyrese Maxey draining threes like he's Steph Curry from the logo? I swear to God, I almost was left speechless for a good 17 minutes after that shot was made. When that bucket cashed, I went, what the hell am I watching? And then stood there in silence and stared at the wall for 17 minutes. I don't lie. I've never lied in my life. That's how much of awe was happening in that particular moment. The third quarter, Maxey starts draining everything. It was basically a two-man show, Melton and Embiid for the first half. Second half comes around, they win the third quarter, and the fourth quarter was a classic case of, let's roll out the bench. Hey, Springer, you can play 20-plus minutes. Look pretty good, too, for what it's worth. Now, with him, I'm judging him no matter what the time of the game is. If you're up 50 with 6 minutes to go, that means the same to me as a game that's got 2 minutes left, and it's a 2-point game because he's so raw and he's so new at all this, and he's such an intriguing player that it's always binoculars for me with Springer. I'm judging everything, and I'm judging the player every time. And I loved what I saw from Springer in this one. But the fourth quarter, Mo Bamba's even out there with some playing time. That's what you're supposed to do to a Brooklyn Nets team. Did anybody else also go quiet when Cam Johnson fell on Embiid's knee and he goes to the ground? No! Please, no! I can only take so much with this cholesterol. No! I don't want it. I can't see it. Especially after you watch college football this weekend and see Florida State and look at what happens out there on the football field. No! Ridiculous. Embiid had 32 points in 31 minutes. He was 1 assist shy of a triple-double. You can't stop this man, and even Mikal Bridges is basically crying on the bench because he realizes, as great as I am, I can't keep up with these guys. I can't keep up with the pace of what they're doing. No shade on him at all. I love Mikal Bridges. I'm a huge fan of Mikal Bridges. I'm just saying their best players are studying Embiid, studying Maxey, seeing what Nick Nurse is doing. They're in their bag of tricks with their play design. And like, what can we do? We can't stop these guys. Who's stopping Embiid? Embiid scoring 30 plus in 31 minutes, and the guy's getting a triple-double. He's been passing the ball in such an excellent way. And Maxey, too. The 8 turnovers, no assist, while struggling to shoot the basketball. Hey, if you're struggling to score, what else do you do? If it's not your night with rhythm, and it ended up being in the third quarter, so that makes it even that much savvier, is it's really just about the 24 minutes that he wasn't shining scoring, and then as soon as half happened, he walks back out of the tunnel and becomes Tyrese Maxey. Surprise! Surprise, surprise! Tyrese Maxey's different! Surprise, surprise, he can go through a rough 20 minutes and then become a threat and become a dog, and the other team is scared and the other team has no answers, and he's pulling up from the logo. Think about where he was in the first half and where he was in the fourth quarter, draining that shot. It's sickening. It's sickening if you're trying to put together a game plan to defend him. There's nothing you can do. So the Sixers handle their business in a way that they shouldn't. Afternoon games are always bizarre. You never have the same flow to your day. 3 o'clock's better than 1. 3 o'clock's better than noon. But sometimes you see these athletes that are so accustomed to a 7 o'clock start, an 8 o'clock start, and then you play in the middle of a random-ass afternoon on a Sunday where the Birds are still not playing. I've been waiting forever for them to see the field again. But you're playing this weird time on the road, and it could be hideous. Let's be honest. You can see some ugly basketball. Teams that aren't prepared the same way because your pregame routine is thrown out the window. Creatures of habit when you're playing 82 games, and there's so many of them. Well, put that to rest. See a team that isn't as good as you? Kick them down. Don't let them for 1 second think that they have a real chance to compete with you in a track meet. Stop. You see the lead at the bottom right corner of NBC Sports Philadelphia. It goes, and then it goes, and then it gets larger, and then it gets larger, and then it gets larger, and then your fourth quarter bench is playing. Those are the best, though. Honestly, there's really not much to take away from this other than they did their job. It was a regular season beatdown against an opponent that's not very good. Batum was back. He got thrown into the starting rotation. You look for him to step up defensively. Didn't do much scoring-wise. I saw some that cover the team maybe a little baffled on the usage, of him maybe with some of the rotations, but then also factoring in because he missed some time, maybe they're easing him back in, but was confused in the early stages. I don't know. I don't overly heavily analyze this one in particular like that. You know, they're dealing with some different consequences right now. Maybe consequences isn't the right word, but they're dealing with a lot of uniqueness. Someone's leaving for personal reasons. Kelly Oubre incident. There's a lot happening. So for right now, I'm giving Nick Nurse a free run at it. That doesn't mean everything I agree with. It doesn't mean he just automatically gets a free pass for every single decision ever in the world. But that one in particular maybe didn't light off my radar as much as others were going off. It is what it is. I just saw a team that crushed an opponent, and I wanted to see Ben Simmons bad. I did. Ben Simmons, there's so much to say about the Ben Simmons thing, and he definitely doesn't hit the emotional strings he once did for me. I could see it slowly but surely weaving out of my life because I could just say his name before, and I could feel this rage in the pit of my stomach. It's not really doing that for me anymore. He used to be so durable, though. always active, playing 40-plus minutes a night, and he played the game hard. He might have been a fraud and scared to shoot, but he would run up and down the floor in the open court. Okay, not in the half court, but in the open court, full speed, and play that full court game and be a menace defensively. Hands always there, always moving. Applied pressure on the defensive side. Always available for you. Playing a ton. It's the complete opposite now. They're going back to the back thing, and he's 20-something years old. 20-something years old. He can't stay upright anymore. He's not 38 and been through the wire here, you know? Is that the right word? Been through the wire? That doesn't sound right. I'm thinking of Kanye West, though. Through the Wire. That documentary, when they went through what he went through, and the fact that he spit that when he was dealing with his surgery and his jaw. Nuts. Nuts. What else is nuts is HelloFresh. And a crazy schedule can make it easy to fall back into your dinner time ruts. HelloFresh has over 40 recipes to choose from every single week, so there's always something delicious to discover with HelloFresh. HelloFresh does all the shopping and meal planning for you, so you get to skip your trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make cooking fun, affordable, and super easy. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Speaking of affordable, HelloFresh is 25% less expensive than takeout. So you're basically getting home-cooked meals on the table and even more money back in your pocket. Go to HelloFresh.com/50broads and use code 50broads for 50% off plus free shipping. That's code 50broads for 50% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. Off afternoon for Tobias. No three-pointers hit. Finished with 10 points on the night, but only 5 turnovers as a team, which is super impressive for this crew. Super, super impressive. I'd be lying to you if I said I had a lot more to give on this one today. Normally, I would take calls and take some text messages about this, but today was so hectic and there was so much happening. And even throughout this busy sports day, I had the painters here painting the addition from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. So I was dealing with the constant mayhem. The electrician was here from 8 o'clock till about 4:30. So to say I'm defeated and beaten up wouldn't even really do it justice. So I'm going to call this one a little bit short. That's what I saw in this basketball game. All right, before I head out of here, you can go to a Sixers game and get $10 off if you utilize TickPick down below in the description. TickPick has the best prices guarantee. Their ticket prices will beat any of the major competing marketplaces, and they're so confident about it, they guarantee it. If you found the same seats elsewhere at a better price than TickPick, you'll get 110% of the price difference in form of TickPick credit. There's upfront pricing too, meaning no more doing the math in your head to prepare for how much extra you plan on spending on top of the listed price on other sites, because the price you see on TickPick is the price you'll pay at checkout, period, end of story. They have no added service fees, hidden or otherwise. So you want to make sure you see this team play live, see the Flyers play live, any of them, because they're must-watch television right now, and you need to join the TickPick family. I will read this one text, though, from my guy Ant out in California. I love Ant to death. He's been a big supporter of Sports Talk with Broads and Broads Media for a while. He's such a great dude. He texted in and said, my dad and I watched the Sixers today and then went back-to-back with the Flyers, and it was a glorious day, I tell you. Glorious. Let's go Birds tomorrow for the trifecta. And I'm right there with you, dude. I hope you enjoyed your time watching with your dad. It's just a special feeling when you know you get to watch with your loved ones, and it's a good time. It's a good time for sure. So I love all you guys to death. I really, really do. You're the greatest in the world. I appreciate it. It feels weird. I feel almost like I'm cheaping you out of a full show for this one. So I feel guilty. But 3 shows in one day, I couldn't tell you the last time I did this, and I'm beat. So good win for your Sixers. Talk to you guys all on the next one.